This man, Campbell McNamara, he comes in one of the favourites for today's tournament. He's from the suburb of Croydon, and his big strength of his is the change of pace. He can really dictate rallies, and with his strong build, he doesn't play much hand tennis, but he's definitely expected to finish top four today at the least. Signature shot, of course, is the low dipper, and weaknesses he has none. So expect to see a top quality finish from Campbell McNamara today. Here he is from the suburb of Heathmont. It's Yohan. And one of his big strengths that not many others have is that he can get in opponents' heads mentally very, very easily. But his weaknesses is that he's not a very mobile player. He can struggle with shots towards the corner. That's why he's not expected to go very far today. His signature shot, though, is the dog shot. If it's a slow and high-paced rally, he can easily do a shot like that and catch an opponent off guard. He is familiar with the playstyles of opponents like Nick, Sam, Michael, Angus, and Pierre, all contestants today. However, he is expected to be eliminated in the group stage in this one. From the suburb of Heathmont, it's Nick, or T Newman as he's often referred to. One of his strengths is to be one of the best attacking players. He really is such an intimidating player on the front foot. A weakness, though, is that when he's down, he really is down. He does get to his head a little bit, and with players like Yohan bearing down on him a little bit, he could be upset today. A signature shot of his, though, is the classic cross-court angled finish. He really is a great player in finding those angles, especially when he's on the attack, so that's important for him today. His expectations are to finish in the top four, and this is because he knows the inside workings of Downball. He's been playing since being a young primary school boy, so expect a good quality performance from Nick today. From the glorious realms of Ringwood East, it's Mitch Hart, and he is one of the best defensive players in this first unofficial tournament. He can return all kinds of insane shots, slow, fast, low, high, it doesn't matter for him. A weakness though for him is that he lacks a bit of intimidation. No one really fears him, and I think in Downball that's a big factor, the mental play. His signature shot is through the legs. Of course, when he's the best defensive player, he can do it from any angle, so that's a big thing for him. He's played a fair bit of Downball in his younger days at Ringwood Secondary College, and of course today he's expected to at the least make it through the group stage, and maybe even a top four finishes on the cards for him. The brother of Yohan, who is also in his group, it's Michael from the suburb of Heathmont. And one of his big strengths is that he's a tall player, and that can be really intimidating when a player is lining up a good shot. A weakness for him, though, he's not very good at returning low shots, and that's because of his height. So let's see what he can get up to today in terms of that. Signature shot is a burst of aggression and pace with Michael. He can really tear rallies open at points, so people in his group are going to have to watch out for that. He is unfortunately expected to bow in the group stage, and this is because Nick and Mitch, both formidable opponents, are in his group. But who knows, an upset might be on the cards for today. Here he is, Sam Philp, the son of the CEO of Downball Australia from the suburb of Ringwood East. A strength for him is his good mood constantly is a distraction for players. Sometimes their eye is taken off the game when he's in a good mood. A weakness, he often hits balls a bit too hard and sends them long and out. His signature shot is the hack, and this is a bit of a nickname he's adopted, Sam. He could just get players very annoyed when he does this kind of shot. Expectations today, though, are a bit 50-50 on whether he'll surpass the group stage, especially when he's got formidable players like Angus and Campbell in his group. But let's see what he can do today. Probably the most supreme underdog of today is Pierre from the suburb of Churnside Park. A strength for him, though, is that yes, he is an underdog and no one expects much from him, so he could deal some real punching blows today. A weakness, though, he's a bit of a lanky fella and he struggles to deal with fast gameplay and low shots. He is used to dog bodywork, so he may struggle in this environment of classical Downball. But yeah, and of course, because of that, he's not expected to surpass the group stage. But who knows, we might have a big upset in store today. From the brilliant hills of Croydon, it's Angus Delaney. A bit of a weakness for him, though. It's been a while since he's last played Downball, but he, of course, is the Joker. Especially against players like T Newman, he could be a real dangerous threat for this competition. He's most likely expected to make the final six due to his inner knowledge of his rival Sam, but it is a bit of a 50-50 in that group with Campbell and Pierre. But let's see what he can get up to today, Angus. From the beauty of Coburg, it's Boren Ceylon. He's come a long way to be here today, but it may be in vain as he plays a lot of computer games and not a lot of exercise, so he may struggle to keep up with the action today. However, he's a bit of a mastery of disguise and trickery, and who knows, with Kasa, Iqbal, and Ben in his group, he could prove a bit of a threat. Now, he's not expected to escape the group stage, as he hasn't played much downball in his life, but that's what all downball's about, the underdog. The meme master, Mark Casarino from the suburb of Strathmore, the gamer that everyone calls him, and that's a big strength for him, even though he does play a lot on his computer. He's a gamer all and through, so he could be menacing today. A bit of a weakness though, he's quoted himself as unfit, and when you're quoting yourself as unfit, that's a real problem. Expect him to make the final six today. I expect him to gain a lot of momentum throughout the day as he finds his footing. So he's a bit of a dark horse for me, Mark. Let's see what he can get up to. What a scary prospect this guy might be. It's B Games from the heart of Ringwood. He's such an athletic dude, but he's also a little bit inconsistent, and maybe when he gets a little bit nervous, he might run out of momentum. His signature shot is the skimmer. I've been on the other side of this, so I've played a lot of hand tennis with him over the years, and it's not a fun experience, and he's beaten me multiple times, even though I'm an experienced competitor. Expect a top six finish from Ben today. He should clean up in the group stage, but it's just a matter of whether he can contend with some really top opponents. What an absolute unit this man is. It's Iqbal from Craigieburn. He's short on height but big on brains. And another issue is that he's all muscle, but he lacks the downball skill required to, I think, surpass the group stage in my opinion. However, he's good at reading Bourne and Casa. He's known them for a long time, so who knows, if a couple of things go his way, he might be able to escape with a top six berth.